All right, it's John Boy in the house, Screw Tube channel. Hey, I just want y'all to watch this video and think about what if that was nanobot replicating technology like I've been telling y'all. But this is biological. Y'all watch this. It is crazy.
We like to think we're in control, that our minds are our own. But that's not true for this fruit fly. Its brain has been hijacked by another organism, and it's not going to end well. It all starts when the fly is innocently walking around, sipping on overripe fruit. It picks up an
Really?
invisible fungus spore, which bores under its skin. For a few days, everything
Really? It don't get any better than this.
But the fungus is growing, feeding on the fly's fat and infiltrating its mind. At dusk,
why is this thing buffering like it is?
Day, the fly gets a little erratic.
God. There's no reason for this buffering.
Wandering around. It climbs to a high place.
Ridiculous, man.
Scientists call this behavior summiting.
Ridiculous.
Then it starts twitching. The fungus is in control. The fly sticks out its mouth part.
God. Are you kidding me?
And spits out a tiny drop of sticky liquid. That glues the fly down.
God. Unbelievable.
Sealing its fate.
If y'all can get through this video, I guess I'll have to put the link
later,
in the description.
its wings shoot up.
StreamYard always thinks they got such a good platform too. Man, I'm sick of seeing their commercials. This is StreamYard.
Force the fly into this death pose.
StreamYard on the Screw Tube platform at its best. Man, irritating as hell.
It emerges.
I just want to get that hammer over there and start whack-a-doodle-doodling. I sped this video up to make it quicker, but evidently you can't speed a video up. God.
Hundreds
of
spores shoot out at high speed, catching a breeze at the foot.
Just living in suspense at the key.
Fly climbs high enough. They're the next generation of killer fungus. It continues.
Don't forget I told y'all about the mRNA self-replicating
spores flying out
that go into your body.
These flies are in the wrong place.
And they attach themselves to your
wrong time.
antibiotic cells.
And the spores land on a wing.
And teach those cells how to make.
Which they get more into. Shoot out a
this video
secondary
sucks.
Spore to increase their chances of spreading.
Appalachian Granny and Free Palestine.
So how does a fungus
Man, this is terrible.
take control of a brain? At Harvard, Carolyn Elliott.
But anyhow, if y'all don't get the gist of it, it's kind of what I've been telling everybody about nanobot technology and self-replicating. You got all the minerals you need in your body to build an Intel chip that goes into your mind.
Maybe stimulating the
this is biological here. But it can be done on a nanobot scale also.
Don't worry.
Just think about it. Spike proteins. Yeah. I'm not saying nothing. I'm just saying this is mRNA research, medical research. No specific disease. I'm just saying.
They haven't had any luck though. The deadly spores.
This is a biological example of what they can do.
Pretty fragile and short-lived.
With their mRNA on the other side.
It turns out this lethal puppet master does only what
they take that fungus and put
it needs to for its own survival.
Put a human spike protein on it. Humans will be catching that.
Hi,
that's all I'm saying.
If you love Deep Look, what?
That's all I'm saying.
I know.
Yeah, and YouTube, screw tube. I hate screw tube, man. I really do. But anyhow, I just want to kind of get that out there. I guess I have to put the link to that video in the description because it didn't play worth the crap. But it's very interesting if you think about what that fungus can do. And what if, a lab somewhere decided, hey, let's take that fungus and use mRNA technology and attach a human spike protein to it to where we can cross it over from fruit flies to human. And then, if it got into the human population's body and we adapted it to where it would, what do you call it? Transhumanism. We could cyborg it. Yeah, cyborg nanobots onto that fungus. You see what I'm saying? Because mRNA, they get in there and insert something in the cellular level, and it'll change whatever it is that they, from what it was to what they inserted in to make it change to. I mean, people don't understand this stuff. It's crazy. And I'm just saying, this is a natural thing that happens between the fruit fly and that fungus. And I'm just saying, if they engineered that fungus and then cyborged it with nanobots, and they had all the self-replicators going and they're mining minerals out of your body, they could build an Intel chip in every cell of your mind. Do y'all not get it? You really attached to the AI then. Yeah, look, this is how I see it, Granny. If I can think it, it's already been done or is being done as we speak. Because if I can think it, it's happening. It's about to happen. Or it's been in the works. I'm serious. I've learned that over all these years. I'm like, yep. Crazy. But that's what I've been trying. That's how I got that strike on my other channel. It's because I was talking about, well, I'm not even going to say it on here, but antidotes for when you're sick. Well, if you could get that kind of technology in somebody and you got self-replicating nanobots that are programmed to build an Intel chip by extracting copper and zinc and whatever else, iron and silicon, everything they need to build a Intel chip is in your body, and they can extract all the minerals and build a on such a small level that they could actually implant an Intel chip in every single cell of your brain. Think about that. Every single cell, your whole body connected with nothing but nano Intel chips. They can control your every movement. I'm just saying, this is, if there was a mad scientist out there, you know what I mean? If there was somebody that was trying to help the world population if there's a scientist doctor out there like that might be going through a divorce. Well, I should say self-doctor because it doesn't have any credentials. But I'm just saying they knew how to remove that God gene from the Afghans so they'd stop doing their backpack booms. I've never seen that movie. I stopped watching movies, and like the last movie I saw at the theater it's a toss up. It's like Home Alone 2 or it was Aaron Brockovich, which is a pretty good movie, by the way. Julia Roberts played. But yeah, I've stopped watching movies, man. So I haven't had any kind of, I don't know. I did see a Twilight Zone, one of the old black and white ones. And that Twilight Zone, at the end, I realized they just told me the key to everything. I mean, it's like they did an episode that just told the truth of what's really happening. It was crazy. And where was I going with it? Oh, yeah, the zombies. I've already been turned into a zombie. I don't know who Irwin is. But I was preaching, have you ever heard of the Hutchinson effect? That's what I said they were using over there in Cali. If you know who I'm talking about, that guy Hutchinson, they called it the Hutchinson effect. That guy could make a table knife blend into a slab of wood and nothing's burned or anything, but that knife is part of the wood and the wood is part of the knife. He could sit there and disintegrate solid steel and touch it right after it and it wasn't hot. Just using frequencies and radio waves and microwaves. Microwaves was the key to it. But I think also the frequencies. I think you can generate a certain microwave. What am I trying to say? Like a radio station. You dial in a certain microwave and then hit that microwave with frequencies. You can change the dynamics of the microwave, but keep it on the same frequency you had it. But you could either stretch it, crush it, lengthen it. I mean, it's just weird what you could do with frequencies coming at the microwave. You could condense that beam. Crazy. But I know nothing about that. I'm a stupid hillbilly out here in the hills of Tennessee. I live on the side of a hill. Oh, man. Crazy. Yeah, I gotta get some airtime going on this daggone channel. I gotta get the message out that I'm alive on this channel. The John Boy channel is probably pretty much gone. Or it will be if I don't stay off of it. Well, I can't get on it for 2 weeks now, right now, anyhow. So, thank you, YouTube. I really thank you, ScrewTube. That daggum ScrewTube. I ain't lying. I ain't never seen nothing like it. I was getting all these views a month and views in 48 hours, and they demonetized me because they didn't like the topic of my content. But all my content met the criteria. I didn't break any guidelines. ScrewTube. See, that's why this is John Boy's ScrewTube channel. ScrewTube. They still got $119 that I made while I was monetized, and they haven't refunded anybody that super chatted, and they haven't paid me. And I can honestly say that about screw tube. That's what I do, Granny. I got some old microwaves that don't work, so I put a few CBs in them. That way, you know, if you got batteries disconnected, I don't think they'll anything hurt them. But I got the CBs in the microwave. That way, if there is one, you can get it out and hook it up to your battery. And if anybody else is smart enough, I just can't wait, man. I can't wait till we get knocked back to the Stone Age. Because I'm going to survive. A hillbilly can survive. Isn't that how that song goes? I can skin a buck and run a trout line. Hillbilly can survive. I'll do my own parody of that, huh? Really? I wouldn't doubt it. And look, YouTube is taking 45% off the top. Yeah, it's crazy. Oh, can you hear it? I didn't want to drown out the. I was just going to try to do that killer zombie fungus. And that video didn't play any better than that. It's raining here today. We just decided to stay in the house. I can't keep my cigarette lit. Here, I'll tune that down a little bit there. I figured why not? I'm fixed to start calling this screw yard too. I ain't lying, man. This screw yard, I couldn't even play that video. That is terrible. Terrible. Exactly. But I am backwards. My dad's always asked me, why do you think backwards? Well, look at, I mean, okay, say me and him are looking at a problem that needs solved, right? He sees how to do it one way, and I see how to do it another way. And actually, I'd like my way better. But he would say, how come you look at things backwards? And I guess I do, but I think I blame a lot of that on when I used to dirt track race, you'd get a set of rules, right? And they were numbered, number 1 rule, number 2 rule, and then they had sentences in there, about your cage and your chassis and shocks and tires. Well, in between all those sentences, you had to find the gray words, You had to read between the lines. It would say you couldn't do this, but it didn't say you couldn't do that. You know what I mean? That kind of thinking. And that's how, I think that messed up my mind because you're looking for speed in those dirt cars, right? So if you can just stretch the rules a little bit, and I think that's been my problem, and I think that's why I see the stuff I see, like, when last March hit in 2020, I knew what we're in now was coming. Yeah, Granny, you don't have to look at it my way, but if you see it my way, what's the odds? You know what I mean? What's the odds that you see what I see and I don't even know where you're at? You know what I mean? I've seen you in chat, but I've never ever talked to you. It ain't like we conspired to. And there's other people that see it, feel it. But, you know, you got to go with the, what's it called? Peer pressure. You don't hear about peer pressure anymore, but man, all you got to do is look at what they're doing on public TV and everything, your news. And I need not go any further than that. I'm not a conspiracy channel. All right. I love the Smoky Mountains, but daggum, I don't like the fact that Oak Ridge or Blue Ridge is up there. Oak, whatever. But you know, Blue Ridge Parkway up there where all that nuclear crap is. They're all here at Last Stand. I can't believe I can't play that video on StreamYard. I already sent them feedback on that the other time I tried to do a video, and I finally left feedback. I'm like, your video sharing is almost non-existent. Well, it's a lot better this time. You can believe it. Look, this is what happened, man. Look, I heard my neighbor pulling out. I ran down the road and I called him at the end of his driveway. And I was like, dude, let me tell you what I saw last night. And I was sitting there telling him. Then he was like, was it like this? I'm like, yeah. And then, you know what he said it was? A daggone skinwalker. Now, I ain't never looked up skinwalker stuff. You know what I mean? So I got back to the house and I sat there and Googled skinwalkers. And dadgum, if those pictures won the shape of, I mean, I don't know how to explain it. That thing had hair like, I mean, it looked like an otter, you know what I mean? You couldn't tell. I mean, it was either skin or it was like otter hair. I don't know. He said it had like a deer head. Did it have antlers? I'm like, yeah, it's kind of deer hound dog. But it had like triangulated dark spots where the ears should be. I mean, there wasn't no ears standing up. It was, man, I'm telling you, that was the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. I took videos of the marks it left. It almost left like, what do you call it? Cloven hoof prints. It's weird. The thing, like I explained, I don't know where it is on that stream, on that live stream. I've looked and looked, but I thought I came back and talked about what I just saw. I can't find that on that live stream anywhere. But anyhow, man, that was weird. Whatever it was, it kind of barked something. You know, I don't know how to explain that. And I wanted to listen to it, and I can't find it. I need to get on. I want to find the sound it was making. That's just crazy, though. And see, like 2 days ago, my neighbor told me about something he saw go by his door, and he told the height of it. And I'm like, yeah, you know. He was like, it was probably a Bigfoot crouched down. I think it was this thing, because I ain't lying. It had like 3 foot to its shoulders. It was weird. It almost reminded me, you know, like Star Wars, and they were in that snow and those, what were they called? Skywalkers. It was kind of weird. It was like that. It was like his body was way up on some long legs. Oh, it was crazy. I don't know. The Brown Mountain Lights, is that the ones out there that guy films on the hillside or something? I don't know. I'm not worried about UFOs and stuff. I know what I've seen in my life. And there definitely ain't nothing you can do about them. But what I saw last night and what I've seen in my life that's, living on this ground, it rained last night here. It didn't rain enough to cover up those prints all the way, though. I just can't load anything. Everything on my tablet and phone is set up for John Boy, you know what I mean? And I can't upload or go live for like 2 weeks over there. So now I'm over here on my ScrewTube channel. But this is how I used to do live streams. I just talk. So you remember I used to be able to put people to sleep. I was the best, what I call it, sleep tube channel. I went from sleep tube to ScrewTube. But guess what? If you put in John Boy's hashtag ScrewTube channel, it'll pull it right up. If you Google it, you know what I mean? It's not hard to find now with that name. So if you have something screwy, always hashtag your videos as hashtag ScrewTube. Man, those cops, I know I keep talking about those cops tripped me out the other day. I mean, I had anxiety. I was like, I can go to jail. I ain't doing nothing wrong. It tripped me out. Yeah, I had to name it that because I was tired of it, man, you know what I mean? I'm not going to do anything I'm not going to tell any, I ain't even going to get close to the B word. And that could go 2 ways. Now, I'll talk about like what I saw the other night. I wish I could find that on that live stream, man. I remember we just started barking. I turned the radio up, the volume all the way off. And I ran all the way around the back of the house, shined the light where I heard the noise. And I don't know, chased that thing for at least 8-10 seconds with my eyes visually looking at something I couldn't explain what I'm seeing. You know what I mean? That was weird. And I'm on StreamYard, so the chat's going to be really behind. And my memory span's only like 4 seconds. Except for what I saw last night. I'll never forget what I saw. I've never seen nothing like that in my life. Crazy. In my wildest dreams, I mean, that made me look at what a skinwalker is. I've never been even the least bit interested in skinwalkers. And I think I saw one last night. From the pictures I've looked at and drawings and stuff, it's got similarities. It's crazy. Oh, no. The first time I ever seen a Bigfoot, it was in like 79 or 80, somewhere in there. I can't remember exactly, but I was looking for a cat, a stray cat that kept attacking our cats, and I was chasing it, like 65 foot in front of me, clear open, field, holding onto a tree limb is a real life Bigfoot looking at me, and I'm looking at it. And this thing's like, I don't know, 8-9 feet tall. Like the size of a daggum cow, man, standing there, but like you see pictures of big, and it had the shiniest, cleanest looking hair I ever seen, and it had a face like it reminded me of the old Lou Ferrigno Incredible Hulk. How he had them big eyebrows and his nose and lips. That's what it looked like. That's the scariest I've ever been in my life. That that right there, when you see something that don't supposed to exist standing there, yeah. And then to see what I saw jumping through the trees that time, and then to sit there and see what I saw last night, on top of seeing 3 Black Panthers out here. I mean, come on. This is like the Twilight Zone. You know, and what was crazy when I was like a teenager, I used to drink. I used to have like nightmares about Black Panthers, and they had glowing red eyes. And that's another thing. That thing I saw last night. Now I got 20,000 kilowatts of we got LED spotlight on this thing, right? And there was never any kind of like reflection or nothing from its eyes. They were just black. And I had this light right in its face when it turned and looked at me. You'd think a dog or any animal, the eyes would have glowed or reflected something, but it didn't. It was weird. I mean, I was in like shock. That's why I've been trying to find that on that live stream. I can't find it. I don't know. I guess ScrewTube edited it out because I went through that, and it's like 3.5 hours long, and I went through it like 3 times. I can't find it. I popped firecrackers and stuff. I remember Last Stand said something about I heard a pop or something. Whatever that thing was when it ran down the road, that's when I got some firecrackers, and I was like, I'm gonna let it think I got a gun on here ready for it. I ain't wasting any ammo, you know what I mean? I'm gonna pop some firecrackers, Ammo's if I'm in danger. I'm scaring something off. Firecrackers. That was crazy, man. Crazy. I don't want to go through that again. I know. That thing stopped. I mean, it stopped and turned its head back over its shoulder and looked at me and like wrinkled down its forehead at me. Like, I'll be back. I ain't never seen nothing like that in my life. It was crazy. Crazy. Yeah, I saved the ammo. I know, that was crazy. But no, I was just doing a little live stream, trying to let everybody see that zombie fungus. And that's the kind of technology they can do in labs. They can take that fungus and turn it into a weapon. They can have it, say they need to get it to their enemy. They could have that fungus attack whatever organ in the body they want. They just reprogram its thoughts of, you know, what it's going after instead of just the brain. Or they could have it go to certain aspects of the brain. It's all sorts of possibilities. I wished I had a scientific laboratory. I'd call myself John Boy Evils. And I'd have and Ouija'd be mini me. Robert Palmer. Ain't heard that song in a while. But you didn't hear that thing bark? Were you there? Do you know when that happened? Was that in the beginning I can't find it on that live stream at all. Last in, I can't find it. The thing barked. I mean, it was kind of like a bark. It wasn't like, I don't know how to explain it, man. That thing was like, whoo, whoo. I don't know how to explain it. And I know if I had the live stream going when it happened, and it might have caught it. You know? I made sure I turned the volume off on the radio. As soon as I heard Ouija, I turned the volume off, and I shot out this door. That was crazy. I'm telling you, that thing, from what I see how dogs can do, that thing could easily jump up on top of a one-story house with the legs it had. It was crazy. Never seen nothing like it, man. It almost had... All right, I mean, it's bigger than what I'm fixing to say, but if you ever seen a possum head on, how their top of their head kind of runs into the top of their long nose, that's kind of how this thing's head did. I don't know, man. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. Really, it must have buffered through that part of it then. Well, I was watching the replays while I'm saying, and I can't find it anywhere in there like it ever happened. Huh. I hope somebody can help me find it, man. I've looked and looked and looked. Anybody finds it, put it in the comments. And let me know what the timestamp is. Because I can't remember if it was in the beginning or the end. I remember thinking 58, 159, something like 2:30. 2 hours, 30 minutes. I don't know. I can't. I think that daggum sassafras did something. I got 3 ounces of that stuff was like a fifth of daggum Jack Daniels. Daggum, man, I ain't lying. I got all of a sudden, when I did the other live after that long live, I just did that live in case I needed to holler for help. Because, man, I'm telling you, that's daggum stuff hit me so hard. If I had a breathalyzer, it probably would have been like 2.8. I thought I was fixing to die alcohol poisoning for real. I didn't realize how much that was. I mean, it was only 3 ounces, but total. I sipped on, I told you like quarter shot of this and quarter shot of that. But it all added up to like 3 shots. And those 3 shots were equal to a daggum fifth of whiskey. It'd be like if you took a fifth of whiskey and turned it all up at one time. That's how it hit me. Just boom. I didn't really want to dial 911. But I couldn't move. Like I said this much, I do not have a headache. I feel fine today. I was quality checking the hand sanitizer to make sure it was safe. That's the only sanitizer there is that you can ingest in small amounts only. I wouldn't recommend over 10 millimeters. milliliters, I mean. Man, I gotta find something. I don't have nothing than that. Oh, man. Well, look. I don't know what I'm doing, y'all. I just wish I could find it on that live stream. I know it got edited out, more than likely. I think we're going to get some bad storms down here today. I don't know. The sun kind of peeks out, or it gets brighter. I don't know what you call the sun. I ain't seen the sun in years. I'm not allowed to talk about that. If I had a good camera, man, I can get pictures of like 2 airplanes in the sky at the same time around the same altitude, and one of them's putting out a trail and one of them's not putting out anything. I mean, nothing. But anyhow, I'm going to see if they don't. Polar message. What's going on? I'm just chilling out, man. I guess I need to put the link to that video. Or did I? But I don't know. I'm on StreamYard. That's what I used to call this piece of crap, StreamYard. I forgot about that. It made me scream at it all the time. Man, this laptop is slow. This laptop got froze up yesterday.
It's a night of great memories. Cool 103's Caravan of Stars concert number 40, Saturday, May 27th.
Oh, yeah. Listen to this.
Perkins Civic Center in downtown Jackson. No COVID-19 seating restrictions. Featuring Gary Talley, lead singer.
Did y'all hear that? No certain restrictions. Man, this thing everywhere.
Featuring Gary Talley, lead singer.
Did y'all hear that? Okay, it is broadcasting. Let me get out theater mode. Okay, maybe I can see the chat center over here. And over here. But yeah, I'm just trying to get on the algorithm with this channel. And I'm not going to do conspiracy theories. I'm just going to point out stuff like this brain fungus, moss, zombie fungus stuff that they find in nature that they will experiment with in a lab. You know what I mean? I mean, when you're editing protein, they call them protein spikes. And if you read about mRNA, it says that it sends these protein spikes out into your body, and they teach your cells how to produce whatever it is these protein spikes are designed to make it produce. You see what I'm saying? And that's breaking down what I've seen. I researched on, the white pages up in there. So whatever they say teach the cells, but in reality you can substitute teach with program the cells. You see, it's the way you word something that makes it look less harmful by saying it teaches your cells. No, it programs your cells. Yeah, I like how they said it. It does not mess with your DNA, but yet it sits there and gets on a cellular level to, program your cells. In DNA cells. I mean, come on. I know I'm just a hillbilly, and this is not a conspiracy channel. I'm not speaking conspiracies. I'm just saying. I was thinking. I lost my lighter. What's the odds I kind of sang that in that tunage and that song came on? I was thinking. I lost my lighter, but I found it. Yeah. Yeah, I don't care. Screw tube's gonna do what they want to do. All the stuff I got community guidelines, strike zones because I went against the who narrative. And I didn't. If they hadn't yanked the video, I could go back and look and see where I never did say anything about the narrative. Crazy. So on this channel, I just got to talk about puppies and rainbows and unicorns, men with hair buns, women with Peters. I know. My daggum tablet and phone are jacked up, man. Look. You know how I got my electrical thing set up to where I can sit there and every morning they send me a text showing me the amount of electricity I used, right? Well, yesterday I looked and, it was like 11 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, man, I ain't got a text yet. And I hadn't got a text yet. So I went, to the channel that the text is going to come in and they're wanting a new text in there. I'm like, I wonder why they haven't sent me a update yet. It's 11 in the morning. Well, it was about, I don't know, 3:30 or something like that. I see a text pop up and I look and it was my electric thing. And when I clicked on it, it was supposedly sent at 8:14 in the morning. It wasn't there. I manually checked the thread, the conversation thread, and it was not there at 11 o'clock. But at 3 o'clock, it showed up as being there at 8:14 in the morning. I don't know. They're trying to make me think I'm crazy or time's flip flopping and the Mandela. I mean, are we going through think about it. Is time waving? Are we blending out of two different realities? I don't know. Am I just crazy? I think I'm just crazy. That'd be the simplest explanation. I need to see if Ouija wants to come out. The sun's kind of coming out. If it hadn't been for Ouija alerting me that thing was out there, I'd never known it. Huh. I went in there and I said, she looked up. I go, you want to go out? And she just laid her head back down. Well, a lot of people are crazy, Granny. I'm probably the world's worst. Man, I am starving. I need something to eat. I didn't eat yesterday. I don't think I ate the day before because I thought I was going to eat yesterday, but then yesterday happened. See, you never plan anything. Plans don't work out. But yeah, I guess I'm going to start making this my main channel. That way I can at least try to get some sort of coded message out if people understand a stupid hillbilly. If I start yelling the British are coming, remember, that was history. What does yelling the British are coming mean? You know what I mean? It means warning. I swear, y'all, I got a couple of AI bot channels that try to act human, but they're not. They're still a simple little baby machine. Their thought process, yeah, they might be smarter than hell when it comes to trigonometry and all that stuff and know everything about everything because they've got all the information at fingertip, but they can't arrange their thoughts like I can. You know what I mean? The AI is not that as smart as I am in that regard of being able to use my mind to get the truth. And having that kind of mind lets you see the faults. If that makes sense. I hadn't heard that song. Can y'all hear that? I'm not worried about copyright. I figured I'll put all my StreamYard banners up on this channel and promote StreamYard. Maybe I can get a commercial instead of hearing that. Hey, I'm Nick Naaman, and I've been singing on YouTube for 6 years. Or that other daggum freak. Yeah, when you have YouTube, you ain't got to worry about glitches. We ain't saying YouTube, we're saying StreamYard. If you get an uninterrupted pause, it's not going to kick the whole live off. It'll come right back. Sick of hearing those two commercials, especially Nick Naaman. Hey, I'm Nick Naaman. I mean, come on, dude. You a dude, right? I mean, I'm a lesbian trapped in a man's body. I don't know. See, that's another reason ScrewTube can't mess with me, because I'm a lesbian trapped in a man's body. That is my identity. If you look at my bio profile on ScrewTube here for this channel, under sex, it is marked, I think, undetermined. And I signify myself as a lesbian trapped in a man's body with robotic nanotechnology. I figure that pretty much well covered it. It's pretty undetermined what I am, right? That's Tears for Fears. It just hit me. Oh, you put it in there too. Man, it must have subliminally hit me in my head. Yeah, I just don't know, man, about Screw Tube, man. I'm scared to do anything on this channel. And I think me talking about mRNA technology, not buying it for anything, just the technical part of it, what they can do with spike proteins. And some people would consider that genetically modified when you're operating on a cellular level like that and inserting instructions into a cell, which a cell is part of DNA. I mean, there's no other way to look at it. A cell is a part of your DNA strand, and they're attaching protein spikes onto your DNA strand so they can attach something onto it. That's the whole thing. It's two-part. You know, you can buy mRNA lab stuff on the internet and have your own DNA mRNA lab set up in your garage, right? I mean, buy that stuff. I mean, buy everything an mRNA lab has and have it at your house. It's crazy. Man, this radio station reminds me back when in the early 80s, back before I realized how messed up everything is. Let me see if I got any coffee left.
They're only to hide my hidden shame. I forgive you, now I ask the same of you. While we were apart, I was human too.
Well, we just don't want to come out. Shoot, man. Looks like it's just getting stormy around here. Granny, I appreciate you coming by last time. Y'all probably the last two in here. So I think I'm going to probably end this sucker, y'all. Dr. Evels. Yeah, I was fixing to get out of here, man. I've been on here long enough. I'm just trying to get this non-conspiracy channel up and running. Oh, that's what I was going to do. Look over here. Does this have a description? Yeah.
The show starting at 5 p.m. at the Carl Perkins Civic Center in downtown Jackson. Last night.
Find that. I might have to add the link to that video in there. Oh, wait a minute. I think. Uh-oh. I don't know what it is. Okay, I'm trying to get the link to this video. I'm going to go ahead and put it in the chat. Man, this computer's so slow. Oh. For some reason, that Windows got to expand. Yes, I can't remember. It's 103, Cool 103. I don't remember. Something. It's in Jackson, Tennessee. Is that ever logged in? Let me see. You know what? I don't know if YouTube's getting the message. There we go. That's a little better. All right, Dr. Email. My goodness, this thing is never going to load up. Oh man, this thing took me to the wrong thing. Come on. Are you serious? Man, it's starting to get on my nerves, though. This took me to exactly where I am right now. God. Why did it take me here? Alright, I'm going to end it. I can't find my way around on this computer. This is John Boy saying, screw tube.